Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Great Health, Abundant Happiness, and Outrageous Love, the Travel Edition, Road Warrior Edition.
Trip advice.
We look all rested because we had a great night's sleep at this Sleep Inn. I don't think we've ever stayed at a Sleep Inn.
I don't think we ever have. It is part of the Choice Hotels brand, which is not one that we stay at ever. Not because there's anything wrong with it. You know, you have to pick
It's
your
just not
horses.
part of our program.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you know, it's really mission critical to pick your horses because you do want to, keep staying at the same places so that you can achieve status to get some benefits from your travel. Some free stays, some upgrades, breakfast included, waters upon check-in, free internet. All of those things, the higher the status, the more goodies that you get, right?
Your
with
name
your
on the
stay.
TV when you come in.
Your name, I think they do that for everyone.
No, I know, but I kind of like it. At least I know I'm in the right room.
The biggest thing we ever got, it was such a small thing, but it was so perfect, was they had created stationery with Jeffrey's name on it, and we had guests staying in other rooms, and it was a business event. And I'll never forget when we met them for breakfast, and they're like, "Nice touch, Jeffrey, to have personalized stationery with your name on it." Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was a little ridiculous.
It was
nice.
Humorous.
It was nice.
Yeah, little touches.
Anyway, let's talk about this place. We
So
got to start. We got to
this
start
place-
driving. We're gonna take it out on the icy
Right.
roads. It's icy out there
The
too.
way we ended up here instead of at one of our brands was that the roads were closed last night,
Right.
and we had to stop here. So not just us, but everybody driving on this highway had to stop in this town, because the next town, which is 50 miles up, where the next set of hotels are, had already lost power, and all the hotels were unbookable or overbooked, or you couldn't reach them to book them to know if you could even get there.
Right.
So we stopped in this area, tried to book one of our chains, and it was already completely sold out. In fact, he said that they were oversold. So we had to step out of our comfort zone, and what drove us here was we did a little bit of research real quick, because we didn't want to be out on the street and have this hotel sold out. And this one had 4.4 rating, 4.5. I can't remember on TripAdvisor. The Google reviews were really great. Not that we're staying in a high-end hotel. Again, when we rate it, it's for the tier it's in. This is probably like a 1-star.
It's a 2-star. They're all 2 stars.
2 stars.
I noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2-star level on the luxury scale. And it's completely basic, but on the cleanliness scale, it is immaculate. I give it a 10 out of 10 on cleanliness. On checking in.
I'll give you a back.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Sure.
Sugar Baby. Sugar Baby maybe.
She's ready to go.
Yeah, she's ready to go. So just, it's very basic. You walk in, there's a sweet little, you're right, Sugar. There's a bathroom right here. If you want to just show the bathroom,
I'll
Jeffrey.
just scoop her up.
Show us. Yeah, right here, hon. Right here. You want to be in the video? She just wants to be in the video.
I think that's what it is. She's
So,
mad.
okay,
She's down
Sugar.
here.
The bathroom's right here. Really basic
Yeah.
shower.
Basic. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Everyone's seen
but
it.
nice and clean. And this is the room.
Okay, so you're gonna give it what on a scale of 1 to 10? Let's start off with the comfort of the bed.
I am giving the bed
There it
a
is.
10.
Okay. great.
Again, it was like sleeping in a marshmallow cloud.
Okay, great.
Jeffrey went right out. I stayed up a little bit longer. Just had some monkey brain going on. But when I did fall asleep, it was super cozy. I love when they have, I think they call it the European, where it's just a comforter sheet,
Yeah.
and the weight of it is just perfect. On quiet, I'm gonna have to go down to a 5.
Okay.
5 out of 10. I actually could hear the man in the room next to me yawning. And I could hear his television set. I could basically hear everything going on in that room. So you know who you are, and you know what you did. Anyway, just fun, but quietness, and that was probably another reason I didn't fall asleep right away.
And front desk.
Front desk friendliness, I have to give her a 10. This girl, it was her first night on this shift ever. at this hotel. And because the roads were closed, I went out to ask her a quick question, and there were probably 50 people trying to check in all at once because everyone got word that the roads were closed, or they were trying to book in the next town and came against the same thing that we did. And I saw her standing up there, obviously overwhelmed. She was by herself, but she was smiling, and she gets a 10 plus just
That's
for
good.
that.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then the coffee is great. You know, I went out and they have the machine. You press a button and it just pours down. So this is like nothing fancy. These hotels, you guys have all seen them, right? It's basically drip grind, but it makes the coffee for you.
Right.
And it's nice that it's there. You know, that's one of my pet peeves when I go down and I can't get coffee at 5 a.m.
Right.
So that was rocking and rolling, and the breakfast is set up out there. It's not really.
And I want to say about the coffee, it was scalding hot, which is my favorite. I have a pet peeve when coffee is not served at the hottest temperature. Warm coffee is just not my thing. This coffee was so fresh and hot, so I give the coffee a 10.
Yeah. Now one of the reasons why that is, the door's right there, the front desk is right around the corner, and I could just walk to the coffee. So my trip from the coffee machine to you was probably 15 seconds.
Right.
So
because normally when we stay at one of our hotels that we normally stay at, they have our profile in there, and they usually put us up on the highest floor. So yes, you have a little bit longer of a trek.
It's a commute. But and we're just thinking that, hey, this might be good staying on the first floor. Except you got noise too. You got people checking out. I could hear people like going down and heading out. So the breakfast, I just grabbed a couple bananas because there's nothing else we can really eat there. But
right, the breakfast is standard fare. It's got like the fake eggs that come in a bag type thing. But it's free, and it's great if you're on the road and you are starving. Free breakfast. You can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
I think the for the price, I believe it was $89.
Cheap.
With our AAA discount.
Yeah.
And you cannot beat $89, free breakfast, free coffee, and a comfortable bed. Really, and a clean room. The noise factor, I'd say, is the only thing.
So overall rating on this place?
Overall, I'd give it an 8.
8 on the sleep in. Good.
It's an 8 out of 10 in its category. And again, and that was solely because of the noise. I do love these high ceilings, which you usually don't get in the low end places. So, I mean, really, it's a great. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
Except for the noise factor. Which again, we were so blessed to have a clean bed. I would take cleanliness over noise anytime. So counted our blessings, and so grateful for having an availability here, right?
Yeah.
And a sweet person to check us in.
It's awesome.
Shout out to Tia. Was that her name?
I don't know.
At the front desk. I believe it was Tia at the front desk. Shout out to you. You were awesome. I give you a 10 plus. Wishing you great health, abundant happiness, and outrageous love from Colby, Kansas. If you've not been here before, you could probably skip it, but it's a fun little stop.
Yeah, we'll see you guys.